Welcome to another tech video from NPS. I'm Don Wilson, and today we're going to talk about troubleshooting AC output. So let's get our safety gear and we'll get started. When testing AC in voltage, first make sure that the generator started, then make sure that the breakers are set. You can tell they're set by pushing them backwards towards the engine to turn them completely off, then pushing them all the way forward towards you to turn them completely on. If you still have no voltage in your system, check the breakers. Loosen the Phillips screws holding the plastic cover on the control panel. Then lift the plastic cover out, get a voltmeter, and set your voltmeter to AC voltage. AC voltage is signified by the wavy line, not the flat line. Put one probe of your voltmeter on a good ground plane. A mounting bolt works well for this. Put your other probe on the output of the breaker. Each breaker should register approximately 120 volts on its output. If there's voltage here on the breakers, check your transfer switch. If there's not voltage here, then we need to check the input of the AC breakers. To do that, remove the control panel. Use an 8mm socket to loosen the bolts that hold the control panel to the base plate. Then, once they're both loosened, remove the bolts holding on to the spacer between the control panel and the base plate. With the bolts removed, the control panel can slide forward slightly, then lift out of its tab. With the control panel out and being careful not to touch anything metal, start the generator, then put your voltmeter probes on a ground plane for one probe, the other probe on the input of the breaker, which is towards the front of the control panel. Check both breakers. If you have voltage on the input of the breaker and not the output of the breaker needs to be replaced. If you don't have voltage on the input of the breaker with the generator running, this needs more troubleshooting. Call our tech support line. When inserting the control panel, lower the control panel into the tab, slide the control panel forward, then slide the tab into the slot in the base plate. To reassemble, insert the bolt into the base plate, slide the spacer on the bolt, then start a few threads into the control panel, keeping it loose. Put the other bolt through the base plate and through the spacer, and then tighten to the control panel. Then go back to the first bolt and tighten it to the control panel as well. With the control panel mounted, slide the plastic cover behind the two screws and tighten the screws into the control panel, holding the plastic cover in place.